Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Echo Aftab. In my today's class, we will understand about arc elasticity of demand. Myself, Aftab Bhai. Friends, before understanding what is arc elasticity of demand, let us see the distinction between point elasticity and arc elasticity. Marshall's point elasticity is straightforward concept and it has not changed since its inception in 1890, whereas arc elasticity has gone through a number of revisions since it was introduced by Dalton in 1920. So, the gap with regard to point elasticity and arc elasticity is of 30 years. After Marshall explaining about point elasticity in his book Principles of Economics, after 30 years Dalton introduced the concept of arc elasticity. Elasticity at a point is derived from differential calculus, that is, we make use of differentiation over here, and it is the only elasticity corresponding to infinitesimal changes in price and quantity demanded. As we understood in elasticity of demand, there is change in quantity and there is change in price. So, here when we speak about point elasticity, we are trying to establish what may be the elasticity at a particular point. At a particular point, when you speak about, we are necessarily speaking about differential calculus. Why differential calculus? Because very small change, a change where the limit is approaching towards 0, that is what is infinitesimal changes in price and quantity demanded. This is what we saw in point elasticity. Arc elasticity has attracted interest from a number of scholars such as Kulls, Lerner and Allen, and all of them came up with measures to improve Dalton's definition of arc elasticity. When you speak about point method, point elasticity is applicable when we have the minutest changes in the price and quantity demanded of the commodity. Arc elasticity is applied when there is big gaps in the price and quantity demanded. This is the basic difference. At a point where there is very small, infinitesimally small change in price and quantity, whereas arc elasticity, there is a large change in price and large change in quantity demanded. So, what is arc elasticity? Arc elasticity is the elasticity at the midpoint of an arc of a demand curve. So, friends, here in this definition you can see we have already understood what do you mean by, see the progression, we understood what do you mean by demand, then we understood law of demand where we came across demand curve. After that we came across what is elasticity, then we understood what is elasticity at a point, and now we are understanding about arc elasticity. So, arc elasticity is nothing but finding the elasticity in a given segment of the demand curve. So, here this method studies a portion or a segment of the demand curve between 2 points, that is what is arc elasticity. Now, the formula to calculate arc elasticity, there is a very interesting small little change from the earlier formula that we have studied with regard to elasticity of demand. So, price elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So, the introduction thing will be the same, there will be no major change in this, but the way we explain what is percentage change in quantity demanded in arc elasticity is completely different from what we have earlier understood. So, now let us see if this is our numerator, percentage change in quantity demanded, how we can rewrite it. So, this is equal to, now I am taking into consideration only the numerator. So, that is change in quantity demanded divided by, in the earlier formula we had taken original quantity. Now, the change over here is, the difference over here is, we are taking both, we are taking the average of original quantity plus new quantity, that is change in quantity demanded divided by original quantity plus new quantity, the whole divided by 2. So, the denominator, if you see here, original quantity plus new quantity divided by 2 is nothing but it is the average quantity. So, friends, please remember in mind, this is our average quantity. Now, the entire thing will be divided by Now, what will be the denominator? Percentage change. So, if this is our numerator, here is the denominator. What will be the denominator? The denominator is written over here. So, it is change in price divided by original price plus new price the whole by 2. What is this? Original price plus new price by 2. Again, it is average price. So, in the numerator we had average quantity, in the denominator we are having average price. So, I will come back to my original thing, that is original price plus new price divided by 2. Now, one thing that you can see here, this 2 and this 2, this is in numerator and this is in denominator, both of them can be cancelled out. If this things cancelled out, what remains with us is original quantity plus new quantity, original price plus new price. This is what stays with us. So, with this understanding, let us see. So, you can see the 2, I am just taking it off. So, this is equal to Q2 minus Q1, change in quantity demanded. This is Q2 minus Q1 divided by, so this is new quantity plus old quantity or original quantity plus new quantity. I would like to write it as, here actually it is Q1 plus Q2 and both means the same. So, for simplification, what I have done, Q2 plus Q1, the entire thing divided by P2 minus P1, which is again divided by P2 plus P1. So, this is how there is a change in the formula. In our earlier formula, it was Q2 minus Q1 upon Q, the whole divided by P2 minus P1 upon P. This was with regard to normal elasticity. Here the change you can see is we are taking the average, or we are taking the average of the old and new quantity and old and new price. So, this is the basic difference between point elasticity and arc elasticity. Moving ahead, now I will come to the final formula. If you look at this thing, this is equal to, now this particular thing I will take it as it is, you can see Q2 minus Q1 divided by, even this I will pull it over there, divided by Q2 plus Q1, and now this division sign I will transform it into multiplication sign, because I want to take this numerator upwards. So, this division sign will be converted into multiplication, and when you multiply this thing, it will become, the denominator will become the reciprocal. So, first we will be taking P2 plus P1, which is divided by P2 minus P1. So, this is our formula to calculate arc elasticity. Now, there are different ways through which we can write this formula. So, I will tell you the two ways. One is Q2 minus Q1 is delta Q, and Q2 plus Q1 upon 2, which was there earlier, we can write it as average quantity multiplied by average price divided by delta P. So, this is delta Q by delta P into average price divided by average quantity. So, here this thing, so here you can see this average is the only difference that is there. In our earlier formula, when we were speaking about point elasticity, of delta Q by delta P into P by Q. Now, it is average price, or else if with regard to this formula, what I have done is I have taken the new price and the old price and I have added it, new quantity and old quantity, and I have added it. So, delta Q is Q2 minus Q1, delta P is P2 minus P1. So, for most of the things, if we stick down to this particular formula, it becomes very easy for us to calculate arc elasticity of demand. Now, how to calculate or how to use this particular formula, let us see in the next slide. So, let us solve a problem. This is the demand curve. On x axis we are having quantity demanded, and on y axis we are having price. Instead of demand curve, I would like to say that this is a segment of the demand curve. this is a portion of the demand curve, and at the one end we are having price 8 rupees and the quantity demanded is 50 at point A. On the other end, that is point B, the price has reduced and the quantity demanded has increased. So, we are having, for our understanding, this particular graph with the help of which we will be solving a problem on arc elasticity. And here is our formula. So, what is Q2, what is Q1, what is P2, what is P1? This is here. See here. So, here we can see P1 is 8, P2 is 4, Q1 is 50 and Q2 is 80. So, the same things I will take it over here and I will try to solve the problem. So, Q2 minus Q1, Q2 minus Q1, that is 80 minus 50 the whole divided by 80 plus 50 multiplied by P2 plus P1, that is 4 plus 8 divided by P2 minus P1, 4 minus 8. So, this will become 80 minus 50 is 30 divided by 80 plus 50 is 130 into 4 plus 8 is 12 and 4 minus 8 is 4. Here this minus sign, for time being I am ignoring it, because this minus, if I write here, it will be telling us the slope and the slope is negative, it is understood. So, in this case, if I rewrite it, what I will get, 30 multiplied by 12 is 360 and 130 multiplied by 4, it is 520. So, 360 divided by 520, that is equal to 0.69. So, this is the value of elasticity over a segment. So, here this A and this B, we are taking the average of A and B and trying out to find out the elasticity of the arc over A to B. Over A to B matlab it is at the midpoint of this arc. How to get the midpoint? We are getting the midpoint by averaging the quantity and the price. So, the same thing, if you make use of the formula as it is given in most of the books, delta Q divided by delta P into average price divided by average quantity, even then if you make use of, you will be getting the same answer. I want you to solve this thing, this same problem using this formula, where you are doing P2 plus P1 divided by 2, Q2 plus Q1 divided by 2, again the answer will be the same, but this is the simplest method. So, first step is this, second step is this, and at the third step we are getting the answer directly. So, this is what is arc elasticity of demand. I hope you have enjoyed this session. So, in my next class I will come up with total expenditure method of calculating elasticity. So, till then friends, thank you very much for being with me, for being with Understanding Economics with Professor Aftab. So, till my next video, take care of yourself and be happy, stay safe. Thank you.